Jeff Paur, senior writer for RealTime Fantasy Sports. Welcome to another edition of the RealTime Fantasy Sports Show. On today's RealTime Fantasy Sports Show, I'm going to give you 5 waiver wire pickups for Week 4 of the fantasy season. It could be an interesting week, to say the least, because of the recent news of the Titans' multiple positive tests for COVID, which could really impact games this weekend, could impact 2 games, and likely throw a wrench in a lot of fantasy lineups. So this means the waiver wire could be a busy place, and I'm going to give you 5 possible pickups to help you navigate all the craziness in the NFL. So here are 5 pickups for Week 4. Also, don't forget to check out my wavering article. I have a lot more players listed there, I should say, but here are 5 players that I think you should consider adding for Week 4. My first waiver wire pickup is Higgins of Cincinnati. So he sees his role increase on a weekly basis. He had 5 catches for 40 yards last week and 2 touchdowns. He has 8 receptions his last 2 games. John Ross was inactive last week. Higgins is obviously a big part of this Bengals passing game, which throws the ball a lot. So I think he'll be getting a lot of chances going forward. I know Tyler Boyd, AJ Green are there as well, so his production could be a little erratic, but he's still going to be capable of some big games, and he looks like a good red zone target for this Cincinnati team. And Higgins is available in 78% of leagues on our site. My next waiver wire pickup is another rookie receiver, Brandon Aiyuk of San Francisco. So he got it going last week, was the top receiver in the 49ers offense. He started the year banged up. He's healthy now. Last week he showed what he can do with chances. 5 catches for 70 yards. Also ran 3 times for 31 yards and a touchdown. That gave him 101 total yards and a score. He's a really talented player. I don't think this game was a fluke by any means. I know Deebo Samuel's due back soon, and this will cut into the targets for Aiyuk, but I still think Aiyuk's going to be a big part of this passing game the rest of the year, and he is available in 51% of leagues. All right, I go from rookies to a veteran. This time, my waiver wire pickup for this week is Jimmy Graham of Chicago. Graham's looked really good with Chicago this year. Caught 6 passes for 60 yards, 2 touchdowns last week. He has scores 2 of 3 games. I think Nick Foles being the starter for Chicago is a big positive for the passing game and Graham as well. He likes to look at the tight end Foles, and I think that Graham could be a serviceable spot play for fantasy teams the rest of the way with Foles as his starting quarterback. So if you're looking for some tight end help, I would consider adding Jimmy Graham. My next waiver wire ad for this week, possible ad, is Rex Burkhead with New England. So Burkhead had a monster game last week. I don't think any of us saw this coming. Scored 3 touchdowns, ran 6 times for 49 yards, 2 scores. Also caught 7 passes for 49 yards and a score. He has 11 receptions the last 2 games, but that's because James White's been out of the lineup. So he's kind of filled that White role. But as long as White's out, Burkhead has fantasy value. I think he'll continue to get the touches and targets in this offense. So if you're looking for a spark, maybe somebody to use at the flex spot, I would consider Burkhead. All right, my last waiver wire pickup is a QB, another rookie, Justin Herbert. So Herbert, I think he's been really impressive in his 2 starts in the NFL. He has 2 straight 300-plus yard performances, top 20 fantasy points in each of his starts. He has some favorable matchups in the coming weeks as well. He plays the Jets, Jaguars, Dolphins. I don't think it's a fluke, Herbert, what he's been doing. I know he's made some mistakes as well, but he's produced well in this offense. He has some good weapons to work with at receiver, including Keenan Allen, and he likes to push the ball down the field, which is another positive for his fantasy production. So I think Herbert could be worth some spot plays in the coming weeks, and he could be worth adding if you're looking for some help. Maybe your quarterback's going to be out this week because of the COVID stuff, or you have a quarterback out with injury. If so, I would consider adding Herbert for this week. All right, those are my 5 waiver wire pickups for Week 4. Hopefully you have a lot of success when you go and use your waiver claims for this week and you get all the guys you want. If not, hopefully it works out for where you can set a solid lineup for the coming week. All right, this has been Jeff Paur for RealTime Fantasy Sports. Have a great day, everyone.